But if you begin over time to become conscious of your unconscious thoughts, you become aware of your automatic behaviors, how you speak, how you act, and you can look at an emotion and say, my goodness, I didn't even know this was guilt. It just has felt like me my entire life. Would you agree then, the more conscious you become of those unconscious states of mind and body, the less unconscious you'll go during your waking day? Yes or no? So then most people try to create a new personal reality, a new life as the same person, as the same personality, and it doesn't work. You literally have to become someone else. So if 95% of who you are by the time you're 35 years old is a set of memorized behaviors, unconscious habits, automatic emotional reactions, hardwired beliefs, perceptions, attitudes that are functioning automatically like a subconscious computer program, then in order for you to change, you got to get into the operating system where those automatic programs exist and become familiar with them. Yes or no? And you know, as you begin to observe those thoughts, become aware of those actions, notice those feelings, all of a sudden you're no longer immersed in the program. Your consciousness, you're no longer unconscious, you're conscious and aware. And you begin to objectify your subjective self. And if meditation means to become familiar with, then the more familiar you become with, I can't, I want to quit, this is too hard, the more aware that that is a thought standing in the way between you and something that you truly want, you'll listen less to that voice in your head in your waking day. Would you agree? And if you just said, it's 10 o'clock, I haven't complained all morning, it's getting really hard. I just want to stop that lady and just suffer and complain with her just about something. If you became conscious that your body wanted to do that, would you agree then that would be a victory in your day? And those victories add up. Would you agree? And what if, you associate that person that's your best friend with suffering, and the moment you see them, your body just goes, oh, this is going to be so good. Stimulus, I'm waiting for the response. The body is going to start saying, the brain's going to start complaining. You catch yourself doing that, that's a victory too. Yes or no? And I learned something so profound at one of our last week-long events that we did in Niagara Falls. We had 1,650 people there. And it was one of the most amazing weeks of my life. Just the miracles and just the things that we witnessed. And the testimonials that have come from that week. And there was a woman that sent in a beautiful testimonial. And she was someone who had done the work for quite some time. She had a really tough childhood, very tough childhood, and couldn't remember anything after a certain point. So it just kind of shut out her memories of her past. And she was in the meditation, and all of a sudden she just got this rush of incredible feeling that just made it disturb her. And it was agitating her. And she thought, because she had been meditating so long, that she was doing the meditation wrong. And she wanted to stand up and scream, she wanted to quit, everything started to agitate her. She was experiencing a lot of cognitive dissonance. And in the next moment, she was just about ready to get up, and she just went one more time. And all of a sudden, that whole emotion lifted, and her heart blew wide open. And in fact, she was doing the meditation right. She just stayed with it long enough for it to turn into something else. Do you understand what I'm saying? So many people come to the edge of the known, and the body has to release information. And if you're sitting in a meditation and your body is just wanting to be in pain, you've conditioned it that way. And if you become conscious of doing that and begin to apply a formula that we'll teach you this weekend, you are training the body back into the present moment. And every time you go a little further, that's a victory. And every time your body wants to get up and quit and give up, and that program's starting to run and you become aware of it, and you bring the body back down into the present moment, and you tell it it's no longer the mind, that you're the mind, now you're executing a will that's greater than the program, and you're training the animal. Are you with me still? And then it gets bucks and kicks and it gets angry and it says, listen, why don't you just get agitated? Why don't you just quit? You're not a good meditator. You're a failure. And it's just looking for something. And you become aware that you're doing that, and you settle the body back down out of that aroused emotional state. Would you agree then? If you did that over and over again, you were telling the body that it was no longer the mind, that you were the mind. Yes or no? And you are training the animal. That's a victory. And those victories add up, I swear to you. Sooner or later, the body is going to realize it's no longer the mind, that finally you are the mind, that you are back on the throne, and it is going to relax into the present moment. And when it does, that heart of yours blows open and you release energy. Your field around your body begins to emanate more light and information. Now, you feel connected to something greater. And I want you to trust the process of going a little further and working with your body and becoming aware of it, because so many people say, I can't focus, I can't meditate. That's the only thought they have to get beyond. That's it. And we'll teach you a formula, and if you just apply the formula, you'll get better at it. Now, some people have meditated for 40 or 50 years or 30 years or 20 years. I respect that.